You've tried everything to sleep better. The lavender sprays, the white noise machines, cutting back on caffeine. You've swapped pillows, blacked out the curtains, even downloaded meditation apps your grandkids recommended. And yet it still happens. That 2 a.m. moment, staring at the ceiling, mind racing, body tired but wired. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of older adults are doing everything right for sleep, but still can't find it. What if the missing piece isn't what you're doing at night, but what you're eating during the day? Not just when you eat, but what you eat, how much, and even what you cut out. Because here's the truth. Your diet isn't just fueling your body, it's whispering signals to your brain about when to wind down, how deeply to rest, and whether you'll wake up refreshed or drained. And most people have no idea this is happening. They adopt trendy diets for weight loss or heart health without realizing those choices may be sabotaging their sleep. A low-carb plan might steal the very serotonin your brain needs to relax. A no-fat rule could block the absorption of key vitamins like D and E, both essential for sleep. Even healthy habits like cutting out nighttime snacks or eating plant-based can backfire if the balance is off. In this video, we're diving into 7 common diet patterns and how they quietly shape your sleep, for better or worse. You don't need a new prescription. You may not need another supplement. You just need clarity, the kind that comes from understanding what your food is really doing after dark. If you're tired of being tired, it's time to stop guessing. Let's take a closer look at the everyday eating habits that might be standing between you and the deep, peaceful sleep you have been searching for. Section 1. When carbs disappear, so does deep sleep. You cut carbs because you wanted to feel lighter, healthier, maybe even sleep better. And for a while, you did feel some changes, fewer cravings, maybe a little weight loss. But then the nights crept in, restless, shallow, a strange kind of exhaustion that never quite let you drift off fully. You're not imagining things. When carbohydrates disappear from your diet, deep sleep often vanishes with them. Most people associate carbs with guilt, bagels, pasta, bread. But the truth is, certain carbohydrates play a quiet, essential role in your sleep cycle. When you eat carbs, especially those from whole grains, legumes, or root vegetables, your body produces more tryptophan, an amino acid that travels to your brain and turns into serotonin. That serotonin later becomes melatonin, the hormone your brain releases to tell your body it's time to sleep. Without enough carbs, that entire chain can break. And suddenly, it's not just your appetite that's affected. It's your ability to feel calm, to let go of the day, to fall asleep and stay there. Low-carb diets like keto may help some people in the long run, especially for weight loss or blood sugar control. But in the short term, and especially if you're over 55, they can create a biological imbalance that leaves you wired at night and foggy in the morning. You might lie down at 10 p.m. and close your eyes, but your mind won't slow. Your muscles won't fully relax. It feels like trying to sleep with the engine still running. That's because your brain, in the absence of carbs, ramps up production of alertness chemicals like cortisol and adrenaline. It doesn't matter how tired your body is, your mind stays stuck in on. And over time, poor sleep compounds. Your memory dulls, your patience thins. You forget why you walked into a room. And then comes the anxiety, both about your sleep and your slipping energy, all because of a decision that felt healthy but wasn't fully informed. The good news? You don't have to ditch your goals. You don't have to eat sugar or bread with every meal. But you might need to gently reintroduce some complex carbs, like oats, lentils, sweet potatoes, or even a small portion of brown rice at dinner. These foods can offer just enough serotonin support to help your body remember how to unwind. Sleep isn't just about what you cut out, it's about what you give your body permission to receive. And for many people, especially in midlife and beyond, that includes the right kind of carbs at the right time. If you've been following a low-carb plan and wondering why you feel tired but can't sleep, the answer may not be in your mattress or your melatonin bottle. It may be sitting quietly on your plate, missing. Sometimes the path back to rest begins with rethinking what we've been told to fear. Section 2, all meat, no plants when your gut and brain stop talking. At first it feels simple. Eat meat, skip the rest. No labels to read, no counting carbs, no debating fat versus sugar. Just steak, eggs, bacon, repeat. The carnivore diet promises clarity, energy, and a return to how we were meant to eat. But something starts to shift after a few weeks. Your body may feel leaner, but your nights feel longer. You find yourself waking up more often. You start having vivid, disjointed dreams. Your gut feels unsettled. And without quite realizing it, your sleep, something already fragile, begins to unravel. The reason? When you cut out plant foods entirely, you don't just remove fiber or vitamins. You cut off the essential conversation between your gut and your brain. Inside your digestive system lives the microbiome, a vast, microscopic ecosystem that regulates everything from digestion to immune function to, yes, sleep. And what feeds this system? Plants. Fiber from vegetables, fruits, legumes, and grains helps your gut produce short-chain fatty acids and neurotransmitters like serotonin, over 90% of which is created in your intestines, not your brain. Serotonin, in turn, is a key ingredient in melatonin, the hormone that signals your brain when it's time to rest. Without plant foods, your microbiome shrinks. The diversity of helpful bacteria drops. Your gut becomes less capable of producing the very chemicals your brain needs to relax and sleep. Add to that the high intake of red and processed meats, often associated with increased inflammation, and you get a recipe not just for poor digestion, but disrupted sleep. The impact is subtle at first. You might fall asleep, but wake up too early. Or you sleep 8 hours, but still feel exhausted. Over time, your gut and brain fall out of sync. You feel it in the form of brain fog, mood swings, even mild depression, symptoms that often lead people to blame stress, age, or hormones. But in truth, the communication line between two vital systems has been cut off at the root. Now, this doesn't mean meat is bad. Animal proteins provide critical nutrients like B12, zinc, and iron, especially important as we age. But when they are consumed exclusively, without the balance of fiber-rich plants, the effects ripple beyond digestion. If you're following a carnivore or meat-heavy diet and your sleep has worsened, the solution might not be more protein. It might be a handful of berries, a cup of sautéed spinach, or even just a scoop of beans with your meal. These aren't just sides, they're signals, messages to your gut that help restore the balance your brain is waiting for. Sleep isn't about choosing sides, meat or plants. It's about creating harmony inside your body. And sometimes the most powerful healing doesn't come from extremes, but from learning to let both systems speak again. Section 3. Eating by the clock, resetting your sleep from within. You might think sleep starts when your head hits the pillow, but in reality, it begins hours earlier, often with the moment you take your last bite of food. For decades, we've been told that what we eat matters most. But for your body's internal clock, when you eat can be just as powerful. Intermittent fasting has become popular for weight loss and blood sugar control, but its deeper benefit is something far more overlooked. It resets your circadian rhythm, the invisible timing system that tells every cell in your body when to wake, when to heal, and when to rest. As we age, that rhythm can drift. Hormones fluctuate, digestion slows, sleep becomes unpredictable. You may find yourself wide awake at 3 a.m. for no clear reason, or tired at 9 a.m. despite a full night's sleep. One overlooked reason? Eating too late, too often, for too long. When your body is still digesting at bedtime, it can't fully shift into repair mode. Your organs are still active. Your blood sugar is fluctuating. Your temperature stays slightly elevated. These are all signals that confuse your brain and delay deep sleep. But when you eat earlier and give your body a long, quiet break from food overnight, you restore clarity. You're letting your digestive system rest. You're telling your brain it's time. For many people, simply finishing dinner by 6 or 7 p.m. and not eating again until morning can create profound changes in sleep quality within days. Studies have shown that fasting improves melatonin production, reduces nighttime awakenings, and increases slow-wave sleep, the kind of deep rest your brain needs to clean itself and repair memory. And it doesn't have to be rigid. You don't need to starve yourself or follow a strict 6-hour window. Even a gentle 12-hour fast from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. can begin to reset your body's clock. What's more, eating earlier in the day aligns your food intake with natural sunlight exposure, helping reinforce healthy hormone cycles. It's a shift not just in timing, but in trust. Trusting that your body, given rhythm and rest, will remember how to sleep well again. If you've been waking up at odd hours or falling asleep only to wake groggy, consider this. Maybe your sleep isn't broken. Maybe it's just mistimed. And the fix isn't in a new pillow or supplement. It could be as simple as moving your dinner back an hour, and letting your body finish the day in peace. Because sometimes the most healing changes don't require more effort, but less. Section 4, going green but missing what you can't see. You eat clean. You've cut out meat, embraced plant-based meals, and filled your fridge with kale, quinoa, and coconut milk. Maybe it's for your heart, your conscience, or just to feel lighter in your body. But lately, sleep feels elusive. You lie in bed tired, but somehow your body won't release the day. And you wonder, how can something so healthy feel this incomplete? The truth is, going green is powerful, but it's not always balanced. Vegetarian and vegan diets are rich in nutrients that support sleep: magnesium, vitamin C, fiber, and antioxidants. But without careful planning, they can also leave quiet gaps in places you don't expect. One of those places is your brain. Vitamins like B12, iron, and omega-3s, mainly found in animal products, play a critical role in mood regulation and sleep depth. Without enough of them, your nervous system can become overstimulated. Your mind stays on. You may wake up often, dream vividly, or feel unrefreshed even after 8 hours in bed. Many people assume that plant-based equals automatic wellness. But the body doesn't work on labels. It works on chemistry, on what it's given to build, repair, and restore. And some of the nutrients most vital to sleep don't show up in a salad, no matter how organic or colorful. Take B12, for instance. It helps regulate melatonin and circadian rhythms. Without it, your sleep-wake cycle can shift unpredictably, leading to insomnia or early waking. Or omega-3s, which reduce inflammation in the brain and support serotonin function. Without them, even a clean diet can leave you feeling wired, anxious, or emotionally flat. This doesn't mean you have to give up your values or your choices. It means your body may need a little more intentional care, especially as you age. Nutrient absorption naturally slows with time. What worked at 35 might not work at 65. And the sleep you could once take for granted now asks for something more deliberate. So what can you do? Get your blood levels checked, especially for B12, iron, and omega-3s. If they're low, consider fortified foods or high-quality supplements. If you eat soy, include it regularly. Studies show it can increase sleep duration and reduce daytime drowsiness. And above all, listen to your body. A plant-based lifestyle can absolutely support deep, nourishing rest, but only when it's built with completeness, not just purity. Sleep isn't about following a trend or fitting into a label. It's about giving your body what it quietly needs to feel safe, grounded, and ready to let go. And sometimes what you can't see, what's missing behind the greens and grains, is the very thing that could bring you peace again. Section 5. The Mediterranean Way, a lifestyle that nurtures sleep. Some diets are built around restriction. What you can't eat, what you must eliminate, what you should avoid at all costs. But the Mediterranean Way is different. It doesn't punish you into health. It invites you into balance. And when it comes to sleep, that invitation may be the most healing of all. This isn't a diet in the modern sense. It's a rhythm rooted in simplicity, community, and nourishment. Picture a table filled with vibrant vegetables, grilled fish, ripe tomatoes drizzled with olive oil, crusty whole grain bread, maybe even a glass of red wine shared among friends. There's no calorie counting here. No shame. Just food as it was meant to be, natural, flavorful, and whole. And this way of eating doesn't just fuel your body. It calms it. Research has shown that people who follow a Mediterranean-style diet tend to fall asleep faster, wake less during the night, and feel more rested in the morning. Why? Because this way of eating supports your body's chemistry for sleep on every level. The healthy fats, especially from olive oil, nuts, and fish, reduce inflammation and support brain function. The abundance of fruits and vegetables delivers magnesium, potassium, and antioxidants, all essential for calming the nervous system. And the moderate intake of lean proteins helps keep blood sugar stable throughout the night, reducing 3 a.m. wake-ups. But it's more than just nutrients. The Mediterranean lifestyle is steeped in slow meals, physical movement, and social connection. 3 things modern life often strips away, especially as we get older. And each of these has a direct impact on sleep. Sharing a meal with someone lowers cortisol. Taking a walk after dinner helps digestion and stabilizes melatonin. Feeling part of something, connected, seen, seen, makes it easier for your mind to rest at night. That's the power of this pattern. It isn't just about what you eat. It's about how you live. If you're tired of micromanaging your plate, if food has become more about control than joy, this might be your way back. not just to rest, but to vitality. The Mediterranean way doesn't demand perfection. It welcomes consistency. And over time, that gentle consistency creates space for the body to exhale, for the heart to soften, for sleep to return. You don't need to move to Greece. You just need to slow down, eat real food, and let meals be something more than fuel. Let them be a pause, a ritual, a reminder that you're still allowed to enjoy life, especially at the end of the day, when peace is what you crave most. Section 6. Too little fat, too hungry to sleep. Fat became a dirty word somewhere along the way. For decades, we were told to fear it, to buy low-fat everything, to avoid butter, to trim off every bit of visible softness on our plates. And while that message may have helped some hearts, it quietly stole something else: our ability to feel truly satisfied, especially at night. If you've ever gone to bed with a growling stomach, even after eating healthy, you know the feeling. Your body is tired, but it's not settled. You toss, you turn, you feel a subtle, gnawing emptiness, not just in your belly, but in your whole nervous system. That may be the result of eating too little fat. Fat isn't just fuel, it's a messenger. It helps your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like D, E, and K, all of which are critical for calming the brain and regulating the hormones that control sleep. Vitamin D, for example, plays a direct role in melatonin production. Without it, your circadian rhythm becomes less reliable. Vitamin E helps reduce oxidative stress, which interferes with deep sleep. Without healthy fats, those vitamins can't do their job. But the role of fat goes even deeper. It slows digestion, creating a sense of fullness that lasts through the night. It stabilizes blood sugar, preventing the kind of spikes and crashes that wake you up in the early hours. And perhaps most importantly, it nourishes your brain, the very place where your sleep cycle begins and ends. Many older adults find themselves cutting back on fat without even realizing it, choosing fat-free yogurt, skipping oils, eating small dinners with only vegetables and lean protein. But if your sleep has suffered, if you feel full at dinner but hungry by 11 p.m., if you wake with low energy or feel oddly anxious before bed, it might be your body's quiet request for balance. The solution isn't a greasy meal or an overload of heavy food. It's adding just enough of the right kind of fat, avocado on your toast, a drizzle of olive oil over roasted vegetables, a handful of walnuts in your salad. These simple choices can ground your body, soothe your mind, and support the complex chemistry of rest. You don't need to fear fat, you just need to respect it. Your body knows when it's missing something, even if you've been told to avoid it. Sometimes deep rest requires feeling nourished on every level. Not just full, but fed, supported, and safe. Because when your body feels held, it finally lets go. Section 7. Missing good carbs. When your body's tired but your mind won't quit. You've felt it before, that strange divide between body and mind. Your limbs are heavy, your eyes begin to close, but your thoughts, they won't stop. They loop, they race. It's like your body wants rest, but your brain never got the memo. This disconnect isn't just emotional, it's often nutritional. And one of the most common culprits? Not eating enough of the right kind of carbohydrates. Carbs have been vilified in recent years, lumped into the same category as excess and indulgence. But not all carbs are created equal, and not all are harmful. In fact, some are essential. Whole complex carbohydrates like oats, quinoa, lentils, and sweet potatoes play a quiet but powerful role in your sleep cycle. They help your body release insulin, which in turn allows more tryptophan to enter the brain. Tryptophan is the precursor to serotonin, the neurotransmitter that brings calm, stability, and mood regulation. And serotonin becomes melatonin, the very hormone that cues your body to sleep. Without enough of these gentle, steady carbs, especially in the evening, you're left with a nervous system that stays alert, a brain that stays busy, and a night that feels long and restless. This is especially true as we age. Our serotonin levels naturally decline over time. Our stress threshold narrows. And if we've also removed carbs from our dinner plate out of habit, weight concerns, or old diet rules, we may be starving our brain of the very nutrients that help it power down. You don't need sugar-laden snacks or refined pasta. You don't need excess. You need balance. A warm bowl of lentil soup, a spoonful of brown rice, a piece of roasted sweet potato. These aren't indulgences. They're sleep-supportive foods. They send your body the message, you're safe now, it's okay to rest. And the beauty is, they're gentle. They don't spike your blood sugar or leave you groggy. They just create a slow, natural cascade of chemistry that brings your body and mind back into rhythm. If you've been lying awake at night wondering why your brain won't turn off, despite your meditation, your dark room, your melatonin, the answer might be simpler than you think. You may just be missing the fuel your brain needs to cross the bridge into sleep. Sleep isn't just about stillness. It's about timing, chemistry, and subtle cues. And good carbs, in the right amount and at the right time, might be the nudge your body has been asking for. Not to indulge, but to return. To wholeness. To rest. To the version of you who no longer lies in bed tired but restless, but who gently drifts off because nothing inside is fighting anymore. Final. Sleep is not just something that happens to you. It's something your body prepares for, hour by hour, bite by bite, long before your head ever touches the pillow. And while we often search for answers in mattresses, medications, or meditation apps, the truth is often simpler and more personal. It's on our plates. Through each of these 7 dietary patterns, we've seen a clear thread. The food you choose during the day directly shapes the chemistry that governs your night. Carbohydrates help your brain produce serotonin. Healthy fats allow you to absorb the vitamins that regulate melatonin. Plant diversity keeps your gut talking to your brain, while balanced proteins stabilize blood sugar and keep you asleep through the early morning hours. And timing, when you eat, isn't just about digestion. It's about resetting your biological rhythm so your body knows when to rest and when to rise. This isn't about perfection. It's about awareness. You don't need to follow a strict label or give up everything you enjoy. What you need is alignment between your food, your lifestyle, and your body's evolving needs. Especially after 55, when hormones shift, metabolism slows, and sleep becomes more delicate, your nutrition must do more than fuel. It must restore. Because the difference between waking up exhausted or waking up renewed isn't always found in your evening routine. It's often in the choices you make at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So the next time you find yourself lying awake and wondering what's wrong, take a softer look inward. Ask not just what you're thinking or feeling, but what you've fed yourself lately, and whether your body has everything it needs to feel safe, stable, and ready to let go. Sleep doesn't ask for perfection. It asks for support. And every day, with every meal, you have a chance to offer it.